way down inside. Honey, you need a whole lot of love. Joint healing love, that is. But don't you worry, your energy wizard, Kristen, is here to give you a whole lot of love. Yes, that's me. Welcome to the See Your Wellbeing channel. I am Kristen, your energy wizard. And I am here to inspire and enable you to sense, engage, and express more energy and joy in your life with Qigong and self-care practices. If this is your first time here, definitely consider subscribing because I've got a whole lot of love to share with you in the form of healing movement. And today we're focusing on the lower body and spine with a quick joint healing energy love practice. Let's dive in. First, in our Qigong flows, we want to activate the energy. So we're going to start with a little bit of self-massage. I'll turn sideways. We're going to tap up and down the spine. From lower back all the way down to the tailbone. Just waking up this natural healing ability that you have in you. It's just been locked down. And we're in the season of fall and winter, approaching winter here. That means probably more sitting on your butt. So get up for 10 minutes and do this practice with me and you'll feel the difference for sure. Up and down. Now let's take this and move it down the legs. So tapping down the outside of the legs. Coming to the inside and tapping up. That's how energy flows in the lower body. We're going to tap down the outside. Up the inside. Oh yeah! Down the outside. Ooh, the trees are talking today. Up the inside. Just a little tap on the pelvis. Yeah, and outside of the hips. Wake it up, boys and girls. Oh yeah. Quick activation back to the front of the hips. Pause for a minute. Hover those hands right in front of the hips. Feel that energy coming alive inside of you. You want some more, I know. Take a wider stance. And we're going to move the body like a river. Lubricating those lower joints of the body. A little bit of the spine action too. And the width of your stance is really up to you. The wider the stance, probably a little bit more heat you're going to build in the body. Heat helps to circulate energy, but if you have any joint limitations, you can take it a little bit narrower and decrease the range of motion. Listen to the sounds of music. Listen to the sounds of your body. Listen to what you need. Yeah. And then we're going to slow it down. Slow it down and just a little bit of circulation with a stretch. Knees and toes pointed out in the same direction. I'm going to press on the inside of that left thigh. Turn and gaze over the right shoulder. Do that a few times. Over to the other side. Sink down in the hips if that's comfortable for you and twist. So wringing out any toxicity in the spine. Inhale, exhale, and twist. Inhale to the center, exhale and twist. Oh yeah, woo. My left hip is talking to me today. Must have been those butt kickers I did yesterday. Inhale. Hey, I'm all about balance. We need some invigorating, vigorous exercise, and we also need this energy flow. Let's go to the other side, a little slower, a little more relaxed. And believe it or not, we can build equivalent, if not more, energy when we slow down. Let's take a moment to bow forward, just allowing your hands just to ease down your legs. Any doubt or confusion, let it drip out of the head. Yeah, slowly roll that was quick activation, a little stretch, and now a little bit more circulation. Let's do a little wide knee hip circles. Do be cautious of the range of motion that your body is allowing you. You can press into the lower back with the thumbs. Let's go in the other direction, then we'll take it a little narrower and you can feel the difference. Notice that my knees are staying bent. And as I press forward, I'm pressing my thumbs right along the side of my spine. Maybe go a little lower. Oh yeah, circulate that energy, healing love. Come in a little bit narrower. And here, so now the legs can stay straight, circling in one direction. So our body isn't conditioned, well, I should say we may have conditioned it. It isn't meant to stay in one range of motion. And you'll notice as we kind of change the direction of the legs and change the direction of your movement here, you're going to feel things a little bit different. That's good. We want to wake up and circulate that energy in all ranges of motion. Let's slow it down. Oh yeah. Let's keep it going through the lower body. I call this one, after my teacher, I call it the soccer kick. You can also call it Irish dancing. We're going to take the left leg. We'll go slow, so you're going to balance on the right leg. Great for balance too. You're going to draw that right, kind of turn a little bit inward. Draw the left leg across the body. Outside of the foot faces me, and then we'll lift up. Inside of the foot faces me. Step down on the left leg. Cross the right leg over. Outside of the foot faces me. Inside of the foot faces me. Okay, now you can stay with that slower pace, which is actually a little more challenging on your balance, or you can pick up the pace. It's a little soccer kick. My teacher Lee was a soccer athlete when he discovered qigong after having been injured. Told he wasn't going to be able to return to the practice. After a little bit of qigong, some acupuncture, he was back on the field within a couple of weeks. Qigong is powerful. Oops, saw me step down there. That'll happen. Great. This is great for fall prevention. Fall. Challenging your balance. Yeah. Deep breaths in. So this is a different range of motion for your hips. You know, we have adduction and abduction. Adduction, abduction. Yeah, lube up those joints. Let's do one more in each direction. Nice. Okay, let's move down to the knees. I do know some people have very sensitive knees, so as with the other exercises I've said, listen to your body, limit your range of motion as needed. We're going to take the hands on top of the knees, and we're going to do circles inward. You feel this also a little bit in the hips. So be mindful. Qigong is a practice of mindful movement. Quick little lube job midday on the lower body joints after sitting. Let's go in the other direction. Your body will be singing that sweet song, Whole Lotta Love. Let's just give a little love tap to those outside of the knees, back of the knees, master point for the lower back. Oh yeah. Just more towards the front of the knees, inside, ease up. Wow. Knees connected to the lower back and the kidneys, which is the direction I'm headed in terms of the season in the winter. So we want to make sure that that energy continues to flow even as things start to slow down and condense in the winter and get cold. We need to keep energy circulating. Let's finish with the ankles before we flow. So you can do this with let's start with the left foot. The toe on the ground, let's all do that first. So just circles in the ankles. So you can look at this exercise and you can say, well, this is like calisthenics that I did when I was in high school. Yes, I'm old enough to know the word calisthenics. Let's go in the other direction. Or you can look at it with the lens of Chinese medicine, and Qigong is the idea of moving energy. This is a different form of exercise. Both, we can benefit the physical body, getting kind of blood flowing and so forth. Of course, that's connected to Qi. Blood is a form of Qi, or Qi, yes. Let's go to the other leg. Or we can kind of look at it as another lens of looking at how energy is moving through the body. And when energy gets stuck and stagnant, let's go in the other direction, it looks like joint pain. And so here we're going to lube up those joints. Now you can stay with that toe on the ground, or you can get a little fancy, challenge your balance, and take the foot off the ground. You want to get even fancier, you can try to close your eyes. Not necessarily fancier, but it's more challenging. Keep your focus rooted on that standing leg. Other direction, eye close. You can even take your hands out, pretending you're holding the heads of two tigers. That'll make it easier, right? Other side. Can you tell I'm a little punchy today? Foot on the ground or not? And try closing your eyes. Whew. Other direction. Oh yeah. Whew. Yeah. So we've activated, we circulated. Now we want to flow. We could just pause here, but the idea with Qigong is now to get that energy in a very harmonized flow. And it almost feels effortless once we've kind of awakened the body, moved some energy, and now we'll let the energy move us. Let's start with the wave, because we're focusing a little bit on the spine today as well. So here you're going to stick the chin out, hips go back, hands slide down the thighs, and then we roll up. Chin goes out, hips go back, roll up. Yeah, the wave. It's a very soothing flow for the spine. And so we soothe the nervous system, calm that tendency to fight, flight, or in the winter freeze. Just allow that healing flow through the spine. Sending that energy with your mind down the legs. Where the attention goes, energy flows. So if your joints are feeling a little ouchy, you can send them some of that healing love. Let's go in the other direction now. So the chin's going to come down towards the chest. Hips go back, chin comes out. We call this one the waterfall. So if it's winter, you can take yourself to Hawaii and pretending you're in the warm sun. The sun is out today. Let's do one more. Whew. Let's come back to center. And we'll do a flow for the kidneys, because the kidneys, as I said, are connected to the joints and the bones. And so we want to keep that flowing energy alive inside of us. So for the fountain, we're going to glide the hips back. The back of the hands are going to come toward one another as the hips come back up. Gliding the hands up towards the collarbone and then opening the arms out to the side. So glide the hips back, back of the hands come toward another, and then we lift up towards the collarbones and open up. We're tracing the kidney meridian from the base of the foot all the way up the inside of the legs up to the collarbone where it ends. And these flows are designed to not only mimic the movements of nature, but follow the meridian lines or the rivers of energy in the body. And here, as we follow that meridian line up, it has a very soothing effect. And have a little turn to the side here. Have a little wave-like action in the spine. Slide back, just wave. Now allow the flow to take over. Close your eyes. Smooth your breath in and out through your nose. And allow your attention to be captivated by this healing flow. Become one with the water. And it will have a tremendously healing effect on your body, energy, your spirit, your emotions. Staying with this flow. Feeling the movement as a meditation. Meditation with the intention of healing. Let's do one more. Float up. Take the arms out to the side and pause for a moment. I rushed a little bit through the practice because I'll tell you it's a little chilly out. But now I want you to reflect. Take a moment. Sensing and feeling how the energy is flowing freely through you now. That pause, that stillness is just as important as the flow. Once the energy has been awakened, circulated, and now just is pouring through you. Let's float the arms up overhead, palms face down towards your forehead. Pulling down the love. Pull down the hands right in front. Mind, heart, belly. Let's do that 2 more times. This time bring palm over palm, hovering over the top of your head. And then draw that healing love down to the mind, down through the heart, the spine, sending it down to the lower body. One more. Float the arms up. And float down. Let's seal all that love for every part of our being into the low belly, palm over palm. Take a deep, nourishing, whole lot of love breath. Thank you for joining me today. Please let me know what you're looking for in your practice in the comments below. I certainly appreciate you, and consider subscribing, sharing this practice so we can generate this expansive and abundant field of love around all of us. Be well.